Hey boys and girls, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing some playing with makeup because I have the day off. I wasn't going to do anything, and then I got super inspired because I had my hair in braids for 4 days and I just took them out and I have like huge crimped hair right now and I'm really into it. Plus, as I was getting ready, I was listening to Alice in Chains, which is one of my favorite bands, and I was very inspired by the album art for Dirt, which is this album here. As you can see, I'm in the middle of listening to Hate to Feel. So this is one of my favorite albums of all time and one of the best albums of 1992. Anyways, so I was very inspired by the colors of the album art, and I had been wanting to do something like this where it's like a series of my favorite album covers, doing an interpretation of the colors and everything on there for makeup. So it kind of was a nice segue into that. So I was already inspired by 90s stuff. I was already like, I want to do a grungy kind of look. Let me put on some music to get me in the mood. Oh hey, I love this album art. I'm totally inspired by the colors. Let's go with that. So that's basically what happened. So yeah, I was rambling a lot right there. So if you are interested to see how I got all of this look, I was playing with a lot of new stuff today that I haven't had my hands in yet. So if you want to see what products I used and all that other good stuff, then you know, you can totally just keep watching because it's gonna happen in like right now. Okay, and welcome back. So now we're gonna go into this eye and do this eye. As you can see, I have mascara and eyebrows on already. And I also did prime my eyes and do my highlight color, which is MAC Mylar. You didn't need to see that, so I did off camera. And the first thing that I'm gonna do, ignore maybe anything that you might see right here. I accidentally started doing the next step without doing the first step, which the first step is using Coastal Scents Persian Peach as my transition shade. And I'm using just a fluffy crease brush for that. So now what I'm gonna do is take this blush from Makeup Forever. It's a cream blush and it's called Second Skin Cream Blush, and the number is 520. I got it for gratis and it's a little too dark for my skin tone, but oh well. I'm gonna be doing what one of my coworkers was doing with it, and she was using it as like an eyeshadow base before she did some of her like darker maroon colors. So I'm gonna do that. So with this, I just put it on a little tiny brush, and I'm just putting it in the inner and outer corners because I'm doing a sandwich eyeball today. Because why not? And I'm not gonna really blend it out or anything like that because I don't really care. So I'm just gonna do that and leave it like that, and there you go. The next color that I'm going to be using is also from Makeup Forever. It's one of their old shadows, so you probably can't find it anywhere anymore. It's the number 162. This is like a cult favorite, and it's an amazing color. There's lots of similar colors out there now. Like I would say Makeup Geek's Bitten is very similar, but this one is definitely more maroony brown. Whereas Makeup Geek Bitten is more berry maroon, if that makes any sense. Probably not. So I'm just going on top of the blush where I put that at first and not, you know, blending anything out or anything too much now, because I'll go back and do that once I put all the other crap on my eyeball. So this next part, I kind of just was going at it and I didn't really have a plan for what I wanted. So hopefully I can replicate it. So the next color that I'm going to be using is from Sigma. It's the only Sigma product I have owned ever. And it is called Catch Eyeshadow. And I'm just going to take a little bit and I just kind of blended it like on top of the 162, like in this corner over here. And like, I don't know how to explain what I did. I did kind of like a little, I don't know. But I did that, and then I kind of lightweight connected it on the top of the sandwich but like I said, really lightweight. I didn't really do too much there, but moving on. Next color that I'm going to use is from Urban Decay. It's one of their new ones. It's called Riff, and it's so pretty. I kind of forgot that I had it until I pulled it out today and was like, this is a thing that's happening. So with this, I'm actually going to use this with a smaller crease brush in the crease, just to kind of blend everything, because that's a thing that's happening. Okay, and I don't want to go too much blending majigs into it, because I kind of want it to look kind of disjointed, and I still want to have, you know, the other colors peeking through. So I'm going to go back into Catch and just kind of intensify it around the edges here, because I do want it to kind of show through. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of Riff now and just kind of go over here, because that's a thing that I do, is I go back and forth with stuff. But it's looking pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with where we are in relation to where we should be. So the next thing I'm going to do is prime my eye again, but this time with a glitter primer. And that one is from Sephora collection. It's my favorite thing ever. And it's called Glitter Guard. So it's like a sticky eye primer that you can use with glitter, but then anything that also has a lot of glitter in it, like an eyeshadow, like the one I'm about to use next, which is from NARS. So I just patted that on top, made sure it was still kind of sticky, so that when I go in right now with my NARS eyeshadow, which is the new one from the Christopher Kane collection called Outer Limits, I'm going to just take that with a flat eyeshadow brush and really, pack it onto my lid. This color's so pretty. So I'm really going to make sure I get that in the sandwich area. And then after it's in place, I'm going to go back in with 162 from Makeup Forever. And I'm just going to take my little eyeshadow brush here and just kind of blend it in the corners, on the edges. It's kind of already blended, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased with how that looks. My next step is to now put a little bit of glitter, because I couldn't resist, because it's glitter. And I'm using one of the new ones that I got from Lit Cosmetics. It is their feature color called Express Yourself. So I'm just doing just little dotties of it. Alright, so I'm going to clean up under this eye here, because for the most part I'm actually done. That was pretty fast. And then I will go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup so we can finish the rest of the under eye, and then we'll talk about it in a second. So hang on one second. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom part now. So first I'm going to start out with the fact that I primed my under eye area right here already, so I don't have to do that. And of course I use my lime crime to do that. And then I'm also going to, I guess, prime the inside of my eye with the OCC pencil in Feathered. So I'm just gonna go in here with that and make sure it's nice and covered with white. Then I'm gonna go in with my, what is this? Lunatic Cosmetics Labs. No, Lunatic Cosmetic Labs, right? Like there's no S on cosmetic, even though I always want to do it. So I'm just going to take some of their 2-in-1 white eye base primer Majig thing, and I'm going to go ahead and just put this underneath the eye area and just kind of, you know, get it in there. And I'm going to make sure that there's no gaps between the lashes and the waterline. Maybe even going in the waterline if I need to. It doesn't matter. Lose is lose. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be using is my favorite thing in the entire world, which I never use enough of, and that is MAC's Neo Orange pigment. and I'm going to use that on just a smudge brush, and I'm just going to get it all over the place, basically. Okay, so now that that's there, I was feeling like it was looking a little too harsh of a color compared to the rest of the colors. So I'm going to go in with, what the hell is this called? Catch. And just going to go underneath it, just to kind of give it a little bit more blend. And to connect it with the eyeshadow on the top, because it makes more sense now. Okay, and just to make sure that the color stays intense going towards the inner corner over here, I'm gonna go back to the white base from Lunatic Cosmetic Labs and just dot a little bit right in this corner so we don't lose it. I'm gonna take more of a pointed brush now from, I don't even know where this is from. I think it's from Sephora. It's from some kit I got. And then same thing with Catch. I keep wanting to call it Snatch. Just blend it up into the corner there. In my mind it's called Snatch. Okay, so that's the bottom. And I'm going to do some top liner, liquid eyeliner. You aren't going to see that because I am awful at trying to film it. So I'll be back in a second and we'll talk about other stuff, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is actually the final look because I did setting powder and highlight and blush and lashes and lips and everything pretty much else all off camera because who cares? I'm just really feeling the hair and I'm really feeling the eyes and I'm really feeling the lashes and lips and the 90s choker, so that's all you really need to know. So I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. So let me tell you a little bit about what else I used since you were off camera for that. So for the lashes, they are from Lena Lashes. Finally got this in the mail. Isn't it so flippin' cute? So this is the Pinup Girl collection, and the ones that I used were Yonsei. Yonsei? I think that's how you say it. I think it's supposed to be like Beyonce, but just the Yonsei part. I don't really care. I'm not a Beyonce fan. Sorry. But I really like them. They're like really long and they're kind of like, you know, not spiky, but they're kind of like separated. So I don't know, they look really cool. They look, this is what I had in mind for the lashes. Like I knew I wanted to try these ones in particular because they're not spiky, but they're kind of spiky, if that makes sense. My setting powder was the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Majig thing. And then for highlight, I did Josie Marin Argon Enlightening and Illuminizing Veil, which is I guess. And then for blush, I did something from Bare Minerals. It was, I think, called Desert Rose. It was from a kit like 1,000 years ago, so you probably can't get it anywhere, so sorry. But whatever, I was just going for something that was within the kind of burgundy-ish range, and yeah, that's kind of what I did. And then for my lips, okay, so for my lips it was a little bit more complicated. For my lips, I mixed the LA Splash Smitten Lip Tint in Ravenclaw with Lime Crime Wicked, because I feel like when I wear Ravenclaw, it's too dark of a red that it's almost like, well, is it red? And then when I wear Wicked, it's like not that, it's not deep enough of a red that I was always looking for. So I mixed them together, and then I got this, and then because I was inspired by the album art for Alice in Chains, fucking, what's it called? Dirt. I know things. I wanted to add a little bit more pop of red, so I did Lime Crime's Red Velvet just kind of in the lip center and just kind of smudged it around. I don't really care if it looks good or not because it's supposed to be grungy. I don't, you know, it's just kind of going for my own thing. So, but yeah. And then for my hair, I had it in braids for like 4 days straight, so that's why it looks like this. I do not have a crimping iron, although I really wish I did. I need to get one. But I mean, I still really like how it looks with just the 3-day braid, 4-day braid. But yeah, that's pretty much what was going on here. So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, then just stay tuned for more, because hopefully more will be coming. And if you also like this video, you can also thumbs it up. You can also subscribe, because I will probably have more videos like this in the near future. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm actually going to be doing a series like this, so just, yeah, I can keep saying stay tuned for that. So yeah, it's been weird, and stay weird, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.